Spring rarely arrives all at once. More often, it reveals itself one small sign at a time, especially in a wetland still wearing the browns and grays of winter. So I went looking for those signs. The landscape can seem quiet from a distance, but once you slow down and look closely, evidence of its residence begin appearing everywhere. Sometimes the animals themselves are nowhere in sight. The first clue was an otter latrine. River otters repeatedly visit places like this, leaving scent and other evidence behind. It may not be the most glamorous wildlife encounter, but it confirms that otters are moving through this wetland even when they remain hidden. Nearby, the beavers have been considerably less subtle. Fresh wood chips, gnawed trunks, cut branches, and well-used channels mark their activity through the marsh. The beavers were out of sight, but their work was everywhere. In a place like this, absence does not mean nothing is happening. A red-winged blackbird offered the first uncomplicated wildlife sighting of the day, perched quietly above the wetland. A lone Canadian goose rested on its nest, occasionally reaching out to pull another branch into place. Nearby, a wood duck slipped quietly through the water, considerably less interested in home improvement. Movement among the marsh plants suggested something else was nearby. Soon a muskrat appeared and began swimming through the wetland, low in the water and moving with purpose. It briefly revealed itself before blending back into the surrounding vegetation. This is often how wildlife encounters unfold here. First the habitat moves, and then the animal responsible finally appears. A teal drifted calmly across the water. Further into the marsh, a lone goose kept watch. Another remained by itself among the reeds, seemingly content with the quiet. Even a red-winged blackbird dropped into the scene without creating much of a disturbance. For a little while, everything remained peaceful. Eventually, the marsh settled again. A pair of geese watched from the water, although one remained noticeably more alert than the other. Calm had returned, but perhaps not complete trust. The nesting goose returned to its careful branch arranging, apparently unconcerned with the disagreement nearby. A group of turtles took advantage of the spring sun from a partially submerged log. At McDougal Lake, red-breasted mergansers shared the water with multiple scaup. The large gathering stretched across the lake. Another temporary spring community formed as birds moved through the region. At Salem Lake, we found a common loon. It moved steadily across the water, occasionally turning close enough for the light to catch the pattern across its back and the dark sheen of its head. There was no dramatic behavior, just a beautiful bird passing through on a quiet spring day. We returned the next day and found the loon again. The light had changed, the water had changed, but the loon remained, continuing its slow circuit of the lake. Some encounters last only a few seconds. This one unfolded across 2 days, offering another chance to watch before the bird continued wherever spring was taking it next. Meanwhile, on a local farm, a surprise was waiting. The cow was not the surprise. Beyond the fence, a red fox sat among the grass and wildflowers, watching from beside an old barn. A moment later, it appeared again through the gate, giving one final look before disappearing from view. It was a fitting final reminder that the best encounter of the day may be waiting where you least expect it. Spring does not arrive in a single moment. You find it one sign, one sound, and one wild encounter at a time. Stay tuned to see more encounters.